Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Coasters in Perspective. Today, I'm going to be ranking my top 5 favorite roller coaster lineups in the US. I will only be including parks in the US, and maybe in the future I will do one for Europe and Asia. How this video is going to work is that I'm going to list the top 5 best coaster lineups in America, and then at the end I'm going to rank them all. And one thing to note before we get right into this video, I just want to say completely disregard when I said I will only be uploading on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I think I'm just going to try to upload as much as I can near the weekend. I will probably only upload once or twice during the weekdays, mostly because I have a lot of school and homework during then. I just want to note that this is all my opinion, and I left out a lot of big parks. It's just that the parks on this list are so good that I just didn't have space for them. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. To qualify for this list, you must have at least 3 elite roller coasters and a good cast of supporting coasters. When I say elite coasters, I mean elite to the ride model or manufacturer. So to qualify for this list, you don't need to have 3 Steel Vengeances. A good example of a park that failed to make the list is Six Flags New England, as they have one of the most elite 1-2 punches you will ever see with Wicked Cyclone and Superman the Ride, but their supporting cast is pretty weak. And last thing, these are not in any particular order. I will only be ranking these parks at the end. So starting off with the most obvious park on this list, we have Cedar Point. Cedar Point is known in the coaster community as America's roller coaster and having one of the best roller coaster lineups of all time. Starring from their elite 1-2 punch with Maverick and Steel Vengeance, moving on to some other elite roller coasters of their type in Magnum XL200 and the infamous Top Thrill Dragster. The supporting cast of Cedar Point is also insanely strong, with some great other roller coasters such as Gatekeeper, Rougarou, and especially Raptor. Though starting with Steel Vengeance is often regarded to be one of the best roller coasters on Earth. It is said to have the most airtime of any roller coaster, and I can believe that by seeing the POVs and watching the off-ride footage. And of course, they have Maverick, the amazing Intamin Blitz. Though only 100 feet tall, Maverick seems to pack a huge punch with some amazing whippy inversions and great stangle dives. To top it all off, Cedar Point has an amazing setting right on Lake Erie. And to be honest guys, Cedar Point is probably gonna win this battle. Their amazing coaster lineup, starring from Maverick and Steel Vengeance to their amazing supporting cast, can be unmatched from any other park. Alright guys, it looks like that will be it for this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. No guys, I think Cedar Point can be matched by another park in the same state. That park is Waldameer.
What?
What I think can match Cedar Point is Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. Over the past few years, Kings Island has been really upping their coaster game, adding rides such as Orion and Mystic Timbers. I've heard some even say that Kings Island is better than Cedar Point as it has a better atmosphere and maybe even a better coaster lineup. The 3 stars of the park are easily Mystic Timbers, Orion, and Banshee. New for 2014, Banshee, their inverted coaster, is often said to be one of the best B&M inverts ever created. And of course, Mystic Timbers, their GCI coaster, is often said to be the best GCI ever created, using some amazing airtime moments in its out and back layout. And of course, you have Orion, their new for 2020 Giga coaster. Though it's hit or miss for a lot of people, I still think it looks like an amazing ride, having some great elements such as that wave turn and that final snap into the final brakes. I find it crazy that some people don't consider this a Giga. If it has a drop of 300 feet, it's a Giga. I just want people to stop complaining and just appreciate this ride for what it is, an airtime-filled monster of a roller coaster. So what if it's not as good as Fury? It's still a great roller coaster overall. Moving on to the great supporting cast of Kings Island, they have a good supporting cast such as the Bats, Flight of Fear, Racer, and how could I forget about Diamondback, their B&M hypercoaster. But what this park was known for a while was the Beast, their in-house wooden roller coaster. This is one of the most famous and one of the most impressive roller coasters ever built. Though it's mostly looked on today as being more of a snooze fest, I can definitely appreciate it for what it is. It just baffles me how this coaster was created using the terrain without any computers or technology. But I'm already 5 minutes into this video and I still have only mentioned 2 parks, so I'm gonna kinda speedrun the other 3. Alright, coming up next on this list, we have Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. Six Flags Magic Mountain is very famous for having the most roller coasters of any park on Earth. They do also have an amazing coaster lineup starring Twisted Colossus, Tatsu, and depending on who you ask, X2. And their new for 2020 edition in West Coast Racers really just boosted up their coaster lineup, and with the new RMC single rail coaster coming next year, it's gonna get even better from here. Their supporting cast is also very good, starring Riddler's Revenge, Batman the Ride, Full Throttle, and many others. They also have one of the tallest roller coasters in the world and Superman Escape from Krypton. It's clear that Six Flags Magic Mountain has one of the best roller coaster lineups in the world, and it easily rivals Kings Island and Cedar Point. Moving on from Six Flags Magic Mountain, we have another Six Flags park in Six Flags Great Adventure. Six Flags Great Adventure made this list with their elite top 3 in Kingda Ka, El Toro, and of course their new for 2021 Jersey Devil coaster. Sporting 13 different roller coasters, this park has a pretty good coaster lineup starring from the elite top 3 to a pretty good supporting cast. Starting with the top 3, of course you have the infamous Kingda Ka. Kingda Ka is the world's tallest and second fastest roller coaster in the world. This roller coaster has gotten some hate in the coaster community, mostly because people keep comparing it to Top Thrill Dragster. Though Top Thrill Dragster is clearly the better ride, that doesn't take away from Kingda Ka's monstrous stats and monstrous ride experience. Though I haven't ridden Kingda Ka before, it still looks like an amazing roller coaster and I would definitely put it in my top 10. Moving on to probably one of the world's best wooden roller coasters, we have El Toro. El Toro is often said to be one of the best wooden roller coasters on Earth for its absolutely insane airtime moments such as the first drop, the double camelbacks, and of course the infamous rolling Thunderhill. El Toro is often said to provide some of the most extreme airtime you will ever experience. And I can definitely believe that judging on POVs and lots of off-ride footage. Though Jersey Devil, their new for 2021 RMC Raptor coaster, is a little bit of a different story. Unfortunately, most people walk off this ride feeling disappointed with the pacing. This is kind of the same story with Kingda Ka as they compared it to the original RMC Raptors. Let's just say this was the prototype model, I think people would appreciate it a lot more. Though I do think the pacing kind of suffers a little bit in the second half, I still do think that this is an elite roller coaster. Though I haven't ridden Jersey Devil coaster, it still does look to have a really good layout. It mixes use of great inversions and great airtime moments such as that first drop and that amazing looking camelback. Other than the top 3 I just mentioned, Six Flags Great Adventure also has a really good supporting cast of roller coasters, starring from their B&M Hypercoaster with Nitro, their B&M Floorless with Bizarro, and of course their B&M Invert with Batman the Ride. The great top 3 as well as the great supporting cast makes it one of the best lineups in the country. Now, I think it's time to rank them all and decide which one is the best. Now, I am really sorry that I couldn't rank more, it's just I didn't really have time to make it in this video and I have been really tired all week from my first week at school. Again, I am really sorry for that, but schoolwork always comes first and when I can, I try to post as consistently as I can. Now, getting into the rankings, coming in last place, you know it's true, it's Six Flags Great Adventure. Now, don't get me wrong, Six Flags Great Adventure has an absolutely amazing roller coaster lineup and everything I said before applies to now. It's just that this park can't really compete with the other parks on this list. But just don't get me wrong when I say it's one of the best coaster lineups in the world. Moving on to the number 3 spot on our list, we have Six Flags Magic Mountain. The park with the most roller coasters in the world lands at the number 3 spot for me because mostly of the quality of the roller coasters that they have. On one hand, you have the most insane thrill machines ever devised, such as X2 and Twisted Colossus, but on the other hand, almost 6 of their roller coasters are family or kiddie coasters. I just had to give them the edge over Six Flags Great Adventure, mostly because of the quantity of roller coasters that they offer. And the elite coasters that Six Flags Magic Mountain has are absolutely elite, including X2, Twisted Colossus, and of course West Coast Racers, in some people's opinion. But I just couldn't find myself to put Six Flags Magic Mountain over Kings Island. In my opinion, Kings Island is one of the perfect examples of quality over quantity. Though they do have 14 different roller coasters, the quality of them all is really supreme. Sporting roller coasters such as Banshee, Diamondback, Mystic Timbers, and now Orion, that makes them to have one of the best roller coaster lineups in the world. Combine that with the amazing atmosphere and the good theming on all of their rides and attractions, it really just rounds out this whole park. I almost consider this park to be the number 1 spot, but due to the quantity of roller coasters that the number 1 spot has, it just barely overtook it. And I'm sure you all know what the number 1 spot is. It is Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. Cedar Point takes the top spot for me because of its quantity of roller coasters and its quality. Just like Kings Island, Cedar Point has an amazing top 3 with Top Thrill Dragster, Steel Vengeance, and of course Maverick. For me, it's pretty obvious that this park takes the number 1 spot on this list, as it's very famous for having probably the best coaster lineup on Earth, and that is what I've agreed to here. Sure, there may be other parks in Europe and Asia which has a better coaster lineup, maybe even Energylandia, but I was just including America on this list. So the winner of the best coaster lineup in the country is Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. So I think that is going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching if you got to this part of the video. And if you're new here and you like the content, maybe give a subscribe or maybe a like. It really helps me and motivates me to make more content just like this in the future, as these videos are actually really tiring to make. This video probably took around 4 hours to make, and I would really appreciate it if you maybe hit the like button. Alright guys, without further ado, keep riding coasters, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.